Okay, still right. Tak masuk. Hey, hi man. Howdy. Hey, yeah, howdy man. What's happening? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Oh, not much, man. We moved on to this little patch of land to grow crops. But then we decided it's more natural to just let Gaia grow whatever she wants, right? I bet that's a lot easier, too. Haha, right on, man. Neat. Where'd you get that hat? Kau nak ambil topi semua orang. Oh, this? A friend of mine made it, man. I forget which one. What did you take for it? Well, I've been thinking of trying a new style, man. Maybe like one of those hats my army guys used to wear back in the day. Like as kind of ironic statement, man. There's an old fort over yonder that way. I'll swap you if you can find one of those. Like this one, you mean? Oh yeah, aku ada power pivot. Nice, man. Butter is like commerce, man, except natural. Can you dig it? Yeah, groovy. For muscle. Uh, I'll stick with my head. Howdy, I'm Hadi. I'm Louis Lathrop. Why the long face, Louis? Louis or Louis? Oh, jeez. Basically, because I'm stuck here farming with a couple of dummies who don't know how to farm a dang thing. So they just let the weeds grow and call it natural. I am so sick of eating dandelions, I could scream. Why don't you leave? How'd you get in this predicament? I headed west after graduating baking school and fell in with these guys because they talk a big game about natural grains. Fool that I was, I didn't realize all they were really interested in was getting silly on local wheat and not doing any work. Why don't you leave? I haven't got any meat or any other prospects or anywhere to go. I mean, dandelions are terrible, but they are better than eating dirt. This is such a mess. So, are you looking for work? Gosh, yes, desperately. The only trade I know is baking, though. Do you know somewhere that's hiring a baker? Heck, even unpaid would be better than this if it comes with room and board. I just want to get out of here. I don't, sorry. Actually, mungkin ada sharks. Okay, so kalau macam ada siapa nak cari baker, kita boleh cari begini. Garden. Oh man, kalau ada harvest, kita boleh harvest some wheat. Kejap Pasal dia tak ada quest journal kan, tak ada quest log. Tapi aku rasa dia punya quest journal kat sini ya. Investigate the bandit in the pickle factory. So, what's the bandit in the pickle factory? I thought I finished. Dah settlekan bandit in the pickle factory. This one ke? Tapi aku dah selesaikan kan? Or do I still have to find the bandit? Sekejap. There's no bandit here. Or maybe return to the sheriff ke? Dan claim reward aku daripada sheriff. Because I don't see any other pickle factory. Yeah, that's the only pickle factory yang aku nampak. You find a crate lying by the side of the trail. Its lid knocked loose. It has fell off the back of a cart LTD. Sensor on the side, which seems a bit on the nose, but hey, free stuff is free stuff. Open it up. Depressed ranches candy, range dressing, alright. Yeah, I think we need to return to the... Kira macam dia tak kira aku punya quest dah settle sebab aku belum return dekat sheriff. Yeah. What in the world is the Gherkin brothers? And please, I don't want to talk about it. It was really weird. I believe you his reward, right? No more. Yeah, we got everything. So yeah, Gherkin brothers. So I guess that's all. So maknanya aku dah settle semua side quest lah kot. So now just tinggal main quest. Yup, so memang kena pergi railroad untuk main quest. So let's just complete tempat-tempat yang aku belum pergi dulu. Mungkin kita dapat quest baru. Store. Oh, dang it. Ouch. Ouch. Apa dijual? The woman behind the counter stares at you with huge grin on her face. She says that the goods she's got for sale. Take a look. That's good. Oh, foraging skills. I want this. Hammer might be useful. Good. But I think needle, of course. I think dia akan reload. But we just get this one first. Alright, aku rasa let's just sell yang mana kata boleh jual kot. So aku rasa yang mana yang kata boleh jual, memang dia akan... Aku rasa boleh jual satu shovel kot. We only need one. Just sell it kan. Pasal aku rasa macam dia tak ada function lain, memang untuk jual je. So jangan dulu. Macam yang lain semua aku rasa boleh trigger macam some sort of quest kot. Unrefined nugget. We need the money. Anything else aku boleh jual? Alright. So now aku kena pergi balik semua tempat dan harvest semua benda. Aku rasa hammer ni bukan ada guna. Handful of nail. So just buy hammer. Handful of nails. Alright, let's start kat mana dulu? Sekejap, nanti dulu. Sini tak ada apa untuk harvest, alright. Let's start dari bawah. Kita akan cari semua tempat untuk harvest. Cari mana yang aku boleh harvest. Tak ada. Let's see here. Discover a new location, Silversmith House. Keep going dulu. Kita pergi semua tempat yang kita dah pergi. Oh ya, aku perlu read. So aku boleh macam, okay. Okay. Alright, good medicine, bad medicine, big spleen. Big spleen good. Asal bad medicine debuff. Good medicine aku dah ada kan. Dan big spleen. Right, so aku ada strong medicine, aku bukan ada good medicine. Right, nak tambah gumption ke nak tambah glamour? Kita tambah glamour dulu. Rasa aku nak item finding bonus. Next kita tambah gumption, lepas tu baru kita fokus balik kat tempat-tempat lain. Alright. Yay, dah boleh harvest. Mark of Cactus Beer. Alright. Oh, spleen aku banyak. Alright, so aku boleh tambah potion. Ranch dressing. Apply it. Sure. Sure. Save it dulu. Oh, ni certificate bodoh-bodoh tu kan. Alright, let's skip. Right, sini. Pasal aku rasa yang semua untuk harvesting semua dekat luar. Mungkin ada yang kat dalam bangunan, but tak banyak kot. Okay, harvest cactus bits. Mysticality, alright. Smoking chrysanthemum. Ni offhand kot. Tambah spell damage, but we don't need no spell damage. Go back to the graveyard. A few hundred yards up the trail, you see a solitary skeleton trudging towards the northwest. It doesn't seem to have noticed you or anything else. Attack it. Alright. Anything harvestable? Ada. Hot coffee. Kau boleh harvest hot coffee daripada cactus. So basically masa yang start masih dekat rumah tu kan, yang masih mak dia nak bagi buku tu, kau boleh pilih kau nak kan macam pilih macam nak buku pasal aku ambil buku untuk lock picking kan, sebab tu aku boleh lock pick dari awal. Sebab mana kalau aku boleh harvest apa macam survival dari awal, maknanya aku boleh harvest. Nothing here. Fort Caudas. I don't think anything is here. But we tengok je semua dulu. Okay, tempat belum pergi. Dynamite 10. Notice one of furry cactuses. Alright, spruce it up. Good. Anything, tak ada. Nothing here. Investigate the smoke nearby campfire. You find a bandit snoozing cozily beneath a large and colorful quilt, which seems like a strange choice for camping gear, right? And then he wakes up and jumps into his feet, revealing that the large and colorful quilt is actually a large and colorfully quilted pair of pants. In the stark contrast with the pants, he's trying to be hostile. Distract him and steal his gun. Quick! A lizard or spider or something just went up your pant leg. Oh no, my pants are so big and soft and quilted, I didn't even notice. Exactly, do something fast. Alright, so kita curi pistol dia. Let's see. Pistol, bandit pistol, 527. No thanks. Pistol aku jauh lagi bagus. Yang endless cow tu kan. Sure. Oh, nice. Nice loot. Banyak gila. Stun grenades ada, sugar guns. Surgical gear. But we need more needles. You got green thumb. What? Okay, green thumb kat sini kan. Gain XP from foraging. Alright. 71. Belum dapat XP lagi pasal aku tak ada lawan apa-apa sangat sebab tu tak dapat XP kan. You discover new location, alright. Keep going though. Require foraging too. No. I need more XP. Hi, what's up? Where's the fire? Cat band or lost up? No, Cloudton bandit on a horse. Riding hell for leather for no reason. Well, I know them, but you don't. You got a horse, alright. You know what? Fight. Lama tak fight. 15 XP, high tailing boot, black hat. Moxie, maximum AP. Moxie lagi penting kot. Hat, this sucks. Nothing here. Fight it. Okay. Aku perlu selalu ni. Selalu terlupa. Takut nanti dah penuh. Kat belakang ada. Tak ada. Rescue mission. A burly grizzled man in leather. While everything is busy peeling the skin off of a no longer recognizable animal, he looks up at you and growls, brandishing his skinning knife as if to say, "Bother me and you'll be next. Bother me and you'll be next." I got it. That's not a knife. This is. Don't be stupid. They are both knife. So you're a skinner too, eh? Well, not professionally or anything. It's a hobby, I guess. Alright, come over and watch close. I'll show you a couple tricks. Learn something. Alright. Oh ya, mana aku boleh modify mana-mana hat yang aku pakai lah kan. Pasal ni nampak ni pasal dia ada snake skin. So mana kalau aku pakai hat ni atau hat yang ni, I guess let's wear ghost hat. Lepas tu apply to hat untuk tambah 3 moxie. So it's a better hat. Dan kita dapat mysticality kita naik. Blossom Gin. Banyak melee punya drink. Nice. Ada kat dalam kan? Okay. Ni tak ada. Rasa macam ada. Oh, okay. Got to be careful. Oh, ni dah siap. Keep going. Oh, they call it foraging tree. Right. So tu makna tu memang high quality herb tu kan. Alright. Foraging 2 juga. Alright, so yang kat sini 2, kat sini 3, lepas tu ada somewhere tadi perlukan 2. Aku rasa kat Battlefield Range ataupun All Mission kot. So tunggu level up, nanti kita patah balik ke situ. Open with crowbar. Nice. Well, this is a little weird. You didn't expect to find a circus all the way out here. There's basically nobody around for miles. There's a rodeo clown manning the ticket booth. Well, there hasn't actually been a rodeo since the cows came home, so I guess it's just a clown. Ugh, clowns. Not a fan? They are so creepy. When I was little, my uncle would give me nightmares with old stories about them. Those old fairy tales, demon clowns and demon cows fighting wars in hell? Right. And supposedly rodeo clowns dress up like that because the first rodeos were a reenactment of those battles. And it became a traditional thing. If you'd asked me 30 odd years ago, I'd have said you were nuts for even considering that might be real. These days, I'm not so sure. But that fella there is just a man in makeup with a crap job at a carnival. Yeah, I know, still creeps me out though. Okay. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer. But they are not allowed to say so. Take you. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir. How may I help you? I'd like to see the circus, please. Well, you came to the right place then. But if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. And presuming you can sell me one? Why, certainly I can. That's my job after all. For you, sir, a ticket will cost you 5,000. Say what? Does it seem a bit high? I promise you, sir. This rate is a real steal. Well, you got that right. Why is it so expensive? Well, now, this is no podunk little traveling circus. We've got rides, games, food, and an amazing demonstration of knife-throwing skill by none other than Barnaby Bob himself. Tell me about the rides. Well, I suppose I should say right. But we haven't had a single grisly merry-go-round since accident since, well, since we stopped turning it on. Tell you about the games. Oh, we've got ton of them. Does 3 count as tons? 3 is more like some. We've got some of them. Tell me about the food. We got your favorite popcorn sarsaparilla with the fancy new bottle caps. And get this, did you hear about that new thing fella invented, cotton candy? Yeah, I think I might have. Well, it's still patented, but we are pretty sure we figured out how it works. Mostly, more or less. Tell me about it, Bob. Oh, the boss is a real master of knives, let me tell you. He does this amazing stunt where he gets a volunteer from the audience up on stage and throws knives at them. He never misses target. Did you leave out the part where he puts an apple on the head or something? What? Oh, right, sure. You know, you aren't doing very good job of selling me on this. Why? Whatever do you mean? I tend to answer Waggle the Clown. Look, I'll drop the act. You don't know who I am, do you? Should I? Hadi Asfis, Bureau of Traveling Entertainment Inspection. Bureau of... That's not a thing. Is that a thing? It's a thing. Very serious thing. And your ticket prices won't be an encouraging note in my report. Oh, now, hold on, Chief. I was just joshing ya. Come on, you know how clowns do. Mm-hmm. So what's the actual fee? 500 mil. That's still outside the normal price range. Hey, come on. We had to travel a long way to get here. We got expenses and stuff. I would hate to discover that you were hiding something, anything from me. Of course not. Of course not. Look, I tell you what. You're a VIP. You get a VIP ticket on the house. Let me just stamp your hand for re-entry. Okay, enjoy the show. Thank you. So kita boleh masuk secara free. Uh, kita ada side quest ke? Tak ada. Enter the circus. You stroll into the circus. Actually, I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. And find it almost entirely deserted. There aren't more than a dozen other patrons besides yourself. There are a bunch of clowns around, working at the booth and so on. More clowns than customers, which is a little unsettling, but at least the lines won't be very long. The sign says condemn until further notice. We encourage anything suffering from housebite to consult a doctor. The crown from the sanity ticket. Talk to him. Howdy, fella. Can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the sideshow? Hmm? What all do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh, how much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. And for everyone else, 300 meat. Okay, I mean, you won't be disappointed. And in the event that you are disappointed, no refund. Let's go into the sideshow now. The sideshow's tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at. Like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in this in A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on, take your time. Come on in, take your time, have a good look around. Just remember, no touching. The chefs are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard, a placard pinned to one of the shelves says "Clown eggs." In the circus community, it is traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. So basically macam luchador kan. Kau pakai topeng, satu topeng lah untuk satu luchador saja. This must be the eggs for the clowns that work in this circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller clown out front. Step back, please. No touching. Sorry. Based on this idea, you need to come attentive. Ask question about these people. You mean the freaks? Ain't they a scream? No one with a giant eyeball head is my favorite. Nice, quiet fella. If you have question about the other two, feel free to ask them personally. I wouldn't want to be telling tales out of school. Since the eye guy can't talk though, you can ask me about him if you want. What can you tell me about him? Not much, I'm afraid, to be honest. He joined us about a year ago. Maybe a little less. Where did he come from? No idea. Weird, ain't it? You'd think a fella looks like that, you'd read about them in the papers, right? Well, yeah. It sure is mysterious. How did he get like that? Couldn't tell ya. I bet you got theory at least. Well, maybe saw something no human fella should ever see. Okay, bye. Oh, ni eyeball guy tu kan. Let's tengok cermin jap. Look at yourself. The reflection in the mirror is short and squash looking, folded up like an accordion. You spend a moment moving back and forth in front of the mirror, seeing how the image changes. It's kind of amusing. Okay. Okay, this mirror somehow shows you what you look like in a clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes, that's bad, okay. So bagi kurus, alright. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and or mutated animal pickles in formaldehyde. A three-headed kitten or shit, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of snake without a head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted his face in a parody of clown makeup. Take a close look. The pasty white face has been painted with a little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jaw, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing a row of relatives stumble back across a shock. Ah, alright. What what in the what is that? It ain't a little critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it. It takes a little push button in the pocket and shows you. Should have seen your face, about to jump right out of your boots. Ugh. Hello, I'm Hadi. How's it going? How's it hanging? So, circus gig? Do you blink? You move a little to the side and lean over to the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at the first glance. A guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice two things though. First, he has an odd lump at the, well, what you would call the base of its skull if he had one. Sort of crumpled, fleshly mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing notice is that his ankles are locked to his legs of his stool, and the legs are bolted to the floor. Okay.